So far, we have seen the concept of multiple or multi-list concept in the last lecture, that is previously. So whatever the single linked list, double linked list, multi-linked list, circular linked list, that whatever the concepts we have seen so far are based upon the dynamic memory creation, and especially they will maintain a link which is called a reference to another node, so that the data structure will be maintained in a linear fashion. Now we are going to see a new data structure which is also called as elementary data structure. Elementary in the sense, without these data structures, the complex data structures cannot be built. That means these data structures will be useful for dealing with complex data structures such as graphs and trees. Okay, so that is the reason these are said to be elementary data structures. What you used to learn in elementary school, like the local language letters, etc. Okay, or English language letters or numbers, like that. So which are said to be elementary in nature. Without that, you cannot build complex statements or sentences or words. So that is the reason these are said to be elementary in nature. What are those elementary data structures? Elementary data structures are stacks and queues. Okay, queue and stack. So one is queue, another is stack. So this stack and queue are the elementary data structures. Without these two data structures, most of the applications cannot run. So we'll, after discussing these two data structures, you will come to know that why these two data structures are much important. So stack is also a linear data structure in which insertion and deletion is always done from uh, one end, which is also called as top of stack. So it is just like from where the data is inserted, and from the same place you have to remove the data. It is just like arranging the stack of books or arranging stack of plates, etc. For example, you have washed some list of some plates, and you are arranging at one side. So once you wash the plate and place at one side, obviously the second plate will be washed and will be kept on the top of the first plate, and the third plate will be washed again, will be kept on the top of the second second plate. Like that, you maintain a stack of plates. Whenever you want to pick a plate, you will pick from the top. That means whatever the plate that was placed at the beginning, at the top, that will be picked first. Okay, so this is what we called stack operation. In the same way, like how you are going to maintain the books. Okay, first of all, if you are going to arrange the books, so all these books in the will be arranged in the stack. So that is the reason in library also, stack of books that you will listen, this particular word will be listened in the libraries, where stack of books, that means whatever the book you return, that will be kept in a stack. Okay, so if librarian wants to pick any book, or if any student want to pick any book, obviously they have to pick from this top only. Whatever the book was placed at the top, that only will be picked first. So this is what the stack operation. So this stack operation is also known as last in and first out. That means which were kept, which item was kept at last will be recovered or taken out first. This is what we call last in, first out. Or we can also say that first in, last out. That means whichever the data item which was kept first will be picked up last. This is what the meaning. So the reason in some textbooks you will find it as LIFO or FILO. That means LIFO means last in, first out. FILO means first in, last out. Both are one and the same. The concept is the way of insertion and removing the data from the data structure is termed as LIFO or FILO. So this is what the stack operation. In general, in order to keep track of the size of the stack, we are going to maintain a counter, or we can also say that it's a pointer kind of thing, which is called top of stack or top pointer. So initially, if there are no books in the stack, obviously there is no data item in the stack, or no book in the stack. So the reason we are calling it as there is no book, or there is no plate, or there is no data item in the stack. So the reason, in order to represent that, whether how many data items are there, or at what position that particular data item or book or plate is there, in order to represent that, we are going to maintain a pointer or a counter called top of stack or top pointer. Initially, this top pointer is equal to 0. That means nothing is there in the stack. As as I have inserted one data item or one book or one plate, the top pointer will be incremented by 1. That means initially the top pointer will be here. Now the top pointer will be incremented to the second position. Whenever you insert another book, then it will be incremented to the third position. Like that, it keeps on growing. Okay, it keep on growing, and whenever you remove any element, the top point will be decremented by 1. Like that, how many elements or how many books or how many plates you remove from the stack, that many decrements will be happen to the top pointer. Like that, with the top pointer itself, you will come to know that what is the how many number of elements are there in the stack, and at what position of the stack the top pointer is there. So with that help of the top pointer, you will go for manipulation of the operations of the stack. It is just like how you will use the head pointer in the single linked list or double linked list in order to perform the linked list operations, such as inserting at begin, inserting at end, inserting at middle, and removing again in the removing at begin, removing at end, and removing in the middle. Like that, how you will maintain the operations. In the same way, in the stack also, in order to keep track of the level of the stack, we are going to use a pointer called top pointer. So the basic operations on the stack, so this, without this top pointer, these operations cannot be performed. What are the operations that can be performed on stack? Such as push operation. Push operation means inserting of an item into the stack is also known as push operation. Say for example, there is an empty stack here. I want to push. I want to keep a book into the stack. That means this particular keeping of a book into the stack is said to be push operation. So initially the top is equal to 0. Whenever I keep one book into the stack, then top point will be incremented by 1. Next, pop means deletion operation. So deletion operation or remove operation is also said to be pop operation. So this pop operation means deletion of an item from stack, which is also known as pop operation. That means if I might have removed a book, that means when can I remove the book? Whenever the top, whenever with the help of the top pointer only. Wherever the top exists, that book will be removed first. Next, wherever the once the top book is removed, then the next book will be removed. Next book will be removed. Like that, as the number of books are removing, the top point will be decremented. Whenever the top pointer decremented and reaches 0, then you can come to know that the stack is empty. That means no data item is available in the stack. Next operation is the traverse operation, displaying the items of the stack. That means if the tap pointer is at this particular position, that is at some x position, as the number of elements are, you want to see how many elements are there, then you temporarily assign this top point to a temporary variable, and traverse, just like your head operation, how you are going to assign this head pointer into a temp variable in single linked list and traversing it. The same way, you keep this top pointer into a temporary variable, and decrement the temporary variable, and traverse this particular stack, so that the number of what are the elements are there, those elements will be displayed onto the screen. So note, all the operations on the stack is done from the top only. That means with the help of top pointer only, you are supposed to perform the operations like push and pop. In some textbooks, they might have given a special operation called peep operation. PEEP, peep operation. This peep operation in the sense, picking a data item from the middle of the stack. So, but it is a dangerous operation. You should not do at all. Okay. So it is just like there is a stack of plates are there. Usually, if you go to any function or somewhere in the lunch or dinner, whenever the stack of plates are arranged, from where you will pick the plate? Actually, will you pick the plate from the top of the stack or from the middle of the stack? If you pick in the middle of the stack, then sometimes it is there is a danger that all the plates may fall down. So that is the reason this peep operation is nothing but picking up a data item or picking up the data from the middle of the stack. So that is reason push operation and pop operation is regular operations that are always recommended, but this peep operation is not recommended. But you should be very careful in doing this peep operation. Usually, if you do peep operation, sometimes in case of dynamic data structures, if you are maintaining a stack using dynamic data structure, but if you pick a peep operation, sometimes it is dangerous because the link may be broken and you may not get the continuous stack of elements once the link is broken. So the kind of dangerous things will be available, will be possible. So the reason this along with this push and pop operation in some textbooks they will give the peep operation also, but this peep operation is not recommended at all. Anyhow, in this slides, this peep operation related thing information is not mentioned. But anyhow, if you refer to some textbooks and something, you may find this peep operation and you may get it out. So the reason I am explaining peep operation. So general operation to be performed are push and pop operation. These are the regular operations, and these operations will and traverse operation. These three operations must be done with the help of top pointer only. That means wherever the top pointer is there, that is the data item available. It is just like if the top is equal to some 3 or 4 means at the fourth position the data item is available. So from the fourth position to the 0th position, the data items are available. That means the top pointer always represents the size of the stack. That means the size of data. That means number of data elements are there in the stack. Say for example, if the top is 4, means for example here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the top is 5, that means you can assume that there are 5 books in the stack. Okay, if there are 5 books in the stack. If top is equal to 0 means there are no book in the stack. It is just like that. Based upon the top pointer only, everything will be decided. Again, in the stacks, there are 2 categories. Just like how our memory allocation will be done in a static fashion and in the dynamic fashion. In the same way, stack also having 2 categories. One is static stacks, another is dynamic stacks. Dynamic stacks will use dynamic memory allocations. Okay, in case of a static stack, we'll use a static allocation. So we have seen in the memory allocations, static allocation is nothing but our arrays. So whatever the array you declare, that is the static allocation. Okay, or that is the memory which is allocated at the time of compile time is said to be static allocation. Where in case of dynamic memory allocation means dynamic memory allocation is nothing but allocating the data dynamically, that is during the running of the program. That means after the compilation. After the compilation, during the running of the program, if you want to create the data dynamically, or if you want to arrange the memory dynamically, then you will use dynamic memory allocation. So in this stack also, this static stack is there. That means this static stacks are used or implemented with the help of arrays. Where in case of dynamic stack, if you are going to implement dynamic stack, you are supposed to use linked list concept. So, by this time you might have cleared that static stack in the sense you are supposed to use arrays. Where in case of dynamic stack implementation means you have to use linked list. Okay, so that is reason already we have seen the linked list concept. So it is not a big issue for us to implement stacks in a dynamic linked list fashion. Our dynamic that is our it is not a big problem for us to implement the dynamic stack because it is simply like our single linked list. Where in case of stack means it is our array operations. Okay, so static implementation of stack. So array is there. For example, you have considered an array, and in any array, if you consider, obviously whenever you implement or whenever you allocate memory statically, there will be a fixed memory will be allocated. So static implementation of stack, in which static in the sense it's a fixed memory allocation. That means you need to define what is the maximum size of the stack first. You need to define what is the maximum size of the stack, or we can say if you might have declared an array of size 10, that means the size of the stack is 10. So initially we all know that array of the index of array will always start from 0 in case of C programming and C++. So initially we are going to maintain top of stack or top pointer to 0. In some textbooks you will find top pointer as -1. In some textbooks you will find top pointer as 0. Whatever the thing you take, it's okay, no problem. But what will happen is, depending upon the initial value of top pointer, you need to perform the incrementing and decrementing operations. Like if you use top of stack as -1, then you have to use the post increment operator, where in case of if the top pointer is equal to 0, then you have to use the post increment operator. So that is pre increment and post increment. You know the difference between the pre increment and post increment. Pre increment in the sense, first you increment and assign the value. Post increment means first you assign the value, then increment. So whenever you use top is equal to -1, then if you use pre increment, that means this -1 will be incremented first. So whenever it is incremented by 1, then it will become 0, and that 0 will be assigned to the top. That means it is representing the first address or first location of the array, because we all know that array index will always start from 0. If you use top of stack as 0, that is initial value is 0, then you have to use post increment. Post increment means first you assign it, then you increment. That means first you assign to the top 0 to top, then you increment. Now the top will become 1 after the operation. So like that, based upon the push operation, whatever the operation you call push operation or pop operation, based upon the operation and the initial value of the top pointer, you are supposed to implement the pre-increment or post-increment. Many textbooks will take as -1 as the initial value. Some textbooks will take 0 as the initial value. Assume that currently for our discussion, we will assume that top of stack is -1. So since it is -1, whenever any element is inserted, that insertion element will be at the 0th location. So that is the reason I did pre-increment operation. So it is coming to 0. So in the stack, in the 0th location, the element is inserted. Next, if I insert another element, then the top pointer will be incremented by 1. It will come to 20. Next, whenever it reaches the whenever another element is inserted, then top point is incremented. That means the incrementing will be done with the help of top pointer. Based upon the top pointer location, the corresponding at the corresponding index, the value will be inserted. Next is top pointer at 3. Then that means the new element is inserted, that is 40 here. In the same way, for removal operation, if I want to remove, that means I need to remove only from the first. That because the stack is first in, last out. That means whatever you got the first, that means 10 is the element which came first, it will be removed at last. Or we can say last in, first out. That means whatever the element which came first, which came last, will be removed first. So if you are going to remove the element, then the element will be removed is 40. And here, since the top pointer will be decremented, whenever you remove an element, the top pointer should be decremented, and the leftover element to be taken out is 30. Next 20, then top pointer is decremented, then top pointer is decremented to by 1, then so that you will get the top pointer as 0, then only leftover element is 10, and whenever again top point is decremented, it is coming to the initial value, that is -1. Whenever the top point is coming to the initial value, that means you can say that stack is empty. So this is the way how the push and pop operations will be done. So this is the code actually. It is showing push and pop operations. This is the code showing push and pop operations in the thing. So here dynamic implementation of stack using single linked list. So it is just like if you realize a single linked list concept in which we have the operations inserting at begin, inserting at end, inserting in middle. Assume that based upon the last in first out policy, last in first out policy, what is the best operation to be used for the in the single linked list for implementing our stack? What is the best operation that can be used for implementing the push and pop operations if you use this stack principle, that is last in first out? It is simple that inserting at begin and inserting at removing at begin. These are the operation. Insert the value at begin. Okay. Whenever you insert the value at begin, so what will happen? For example, this is the top of stack. Insert the value at begin. Say for example, some new value will be inserted here, and insert the value at begin. Again, some new value will be inserted. Top point will be incremented here, and some new value will be assigned or inserted at the begin. Some top point will be incremented. Whenever you want to remove any element, then remove at begin. Then what will happen? The first element, whatever the element is there along with the top, that will be removed. So thereby it will look like your push and pop operation. So you look at here, initially it is null. Then if 200 is inserted, sorry, 100 is inserted, then insert at begin. So 100 will be inserted here. Now the top point will be incremented to here. Instead of top, what we will call, instead of head in the single linked list, we will call it as top. Simple. Okay. Head is the pointer representing the initial position of the list. In the same way, we will use top as a pointer instead of head to represent the position of the first position of the stack operation using dynamic memory allocation. So here 100, so 100 is inserted. Next another element is inserted. Here address is there, so which is inserting at begin. Again another element is inserted, say for example 3, so which is at the inserting at begin. So now it is looking like how it is, the stack is growing in the stack growing operation, like push operation here, 1 2 3 like that. Whenever you want to remove the element, then remove at begin, so that you will get the first element. Next remove at begin, you will get the second element. Then remove at begin, you will get the third element. Simple. So we no need to do any changes in our single linked list operation. Only we need to use insert at begin and removing at begin for implementing the push and pop operations. Simple. So this is thereby what will happen. The dynamic stack operation implementation will be done. So this is what the stack program, thing. Now what I will do is I will show you how to code this stack program. So it will take 10 minutes to implement the stack program. Now I'm creating a file. I'm saving it as a S stack, which is a static stack. Okay. As usual, hash include stdio.h. So first of all, we need to define what is the size of the stack. Has defined max. Say for example, I am defining it as 20. This is the maximum size of the stack, because This is a static stack. The memory will be allocated at the compile time. So next is I'm using a top pointer. Initially top is initialized to 0 or -1. That is your wish. If you want to take it as -1, it's a -1. Then we are going to use stack of max. So which means I'm going to declare a stack of maximum 20. So we need to write the helper function. We are when how long we can push the elements into the stack till the stack is not full. We can push the elements into the stack. When can you say that stack is full? If the top pointer reaches maximum, then we can say that stack is full. When can you say stack is empty? When the top pointer reaches the initial value, that is -1, we can say stack is empty. If the how long you can pop the elements from the stack? Till we can pop the elements from the stack till you if the top point till the top pointer is not equal to the initial value. So that is the reason we need to keep on checking that whether the stack is empty or not, stack is full or not, for performing the push and pop operations. So that is the reason I need to implement some helper functions like int is empty. Okay. Next is int is full. Okay, these are the two helper functions to be implemented. Is empty. So when can you say that is empty? When top is equal to -1, then we can say it is empty. Okay. So if top is equal to 1, I am using ternary operator. If top is equal to 1, true. Otherwise, false. Return. Next is full. When can you say stack is full? Return top is equal to max. When top is equal to max, then you can say stack is full. Otherwise, stack is not full. So this is the helper. These are the helper functions that I am going to use. Next, the main functions. What are the main functions? Void push of int. Okay, because this is an integer stack, I can push integer elements. Next, pop int pop. That means whenever you pop the element, you will get the element out. Next, another function is display function. Display function is to traverse the stack so that what are the elements are there that will be printed. So first we will implement the push operation. Void push of int value. So when can you push the element into the stack? If not is empty, not is full, you can push the element. If stack reaches the maximum position, then you cannot push the element into the stack. So stack of plus top is equal to val. That's all. So plus top means initially I have made it as -1. So plus top means stack of 0 is equal to value. Okay, as shown here, stack of 0 is equal to value. Okay, at 0th position, the element will be inserted. The value 10 or whatever the value that you insert, that will be inserted. So stack of plus top, else printf stack is full. So you just to say that stack is full. That's all. Push operation is over. Next is void pop operation. That is, since the pop operation has to return the top element, we have to print this. If when can you pop the element from the stack? If not is not empty. If not is empty, then you can return stack of top, whatever the top element is there, that will be returned. Else, return some error code -999. That means stack is empty, which represents the stack is empty. That's all. Pop operation is over. Next is void display. Void display. So you are supposed to print the values of the stack. Int I is equal to top, I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus, I minus minus. So when can you do this? If not is empty, then only you can print the elements of the stack. Well, for I is equal to top, I greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus, printf %d. So these are the elements of the stack that need to be printed. So stack of I. So if stack is empty, then what you're supposed to do? Printf stack is underflow. That means underflow means stack is empty. That's all. Stack operations implementation is over. So void main, void main. Now stack operations. Push of 30, push of 20, push of 10, push of 40. So what will happen now? Display. So what it has to print? It has to print the stack. What is the top of the stack now? What is the which element is the top of the stack? 40. Next, next 10. Next 20, 30. That means the first element inserted is 30. Okay. So 40, 10, 20, 30. So pushing of the elements into the stack is over. Next is pop the element. Printf element, popped element, popped element, %d, comma. What is the pop element? Pop, simple pop. So thereby what will happen? Pop the element from this stack. So whenever you pop an element, what is the top of the stack? That will be returned 40. So popped element is 40. Well, so this is the popped element that we got after the popping of element from the stack. So this I'm using this statement for having the clear display. So I will use the popping of element for 4 times. So that by what will happen? Stack will be empty at this particular position. At this level, it has to display stack is empty or stack is underflow. So here star minus minus. Okay, so this is a small mistake we did. Stack of top minus minus, because we have to assign the top pointer and we have to decrement it. Otherwise, how it will be decremented? So here you look at 40, 10, 20, 30, and since the stack is underflow, minus 999. Well, so thereby this is the way of implementing the stack in a. This is a static stack. That is, we are going to use an array. This is static stack implementation. We'll see dynamic stack implementation in the next lecture. If you have any doubt, you may ask now. Next, we'll see the dynamic stack. In the dynamic stack, I'm creating a new file. I'm calling it as dstack to represent dynamic stack. So this is dynamic stack implementation. So in order to have dynamic stack, I am taking the help of the single linked list code that I have already defined, sll.c. So in which the single linked list operations we have seen. So in this node data type node insert at begin, inserting at such list. So entire program I'm copying it, Control C, Control A, and I'm pasting this entire program here. So I will use only the functions that are required for us. Now, as I told you in the lecture part, that to implement this stack using linked list, that is, to implement the dynamic stack, the push operation is similar like inserting at begin, and pop operation is similar like removing at begin. So these are the two operations that will be useful for us. So here helper functions, create node is useful, and isEmpty is useful, display is useful, and insert at beginning is useful. Insert and is not required for us. Insert at a position is also not required. Remove at begin is required. Remove at end, remove at a position. List length is required for us. Such list is not required for us. So that is the reason create node is there, isEmpty is there, display is there, insert at begin I'm keeping like that. Next removing at begin. So remove at begin I'm keeping like that. Insert end is not required. Next list length is required. Remove at end is not required. Next is such list is also not required. Insert at a position is also not required. Remove at position is also not required. So we are going to use this with respect to this insert begin and remove at begin. But however, we need to define the stack operations. Stack operations. What are the stack operations? Push operation and push operation and pop operation. So push operation and pop operation. And next one is the display operation. Anyhow, we have display operation here. So isEmpty is full, because here is full is not required because we are not keeping a constraint. Because it is a dynamic list, so it can grow to any size. So the reason maximum size cannot be defined. So the reason is full is not required for us to define. But the only thing is whether the list is present or not. So we are supposed to verify that. That is the reason whether is empty, that is list is empty or not, to be verified. Now push. So void push. We are supposed to define the function void push value. Now simply call the function insert at begin of value. That's all. Next int pop. So simply return remove at begin. Remove at begin. That's all. These are the two functions. In the static link, so I have used these functions. Just I'm copying it and pasting here in the main method of this. So now I will run the code and we'll see whether the push and pop operations are successfully running or not. Well, so 40, 10, 20, 30 push operation. Pop elements are first element which is there on top of the stack will be removed first. 40. Once it is removed, leftover stack is 10, 20, 30. In the top of the stack is 10. 10 will be removed. Next, once 10 is removed, leftover elements are 20, 30. Again, 20 is the top of the stack, so 20 will be removed. So leftover is 30, 30 will be removed. Once the stack is empty, then since the stack is empty, we have maintaining a error code which is called -999, which will represent the empty of the stack is empty. So that means there is no pointer called stack. So there is -999 is the error code that will return the uh, that indicates the stack is empty. So here we have made as head. Here we have made as node star head. We can make it as the top also. Whenever we make it as top, then we need to change all the variable names. Like wherever the head is there, we are supposed to change it with the tile. So what I can do is I can go for search operation, or I can replace match case or something. Then I can change it to head to top. So I'm replacing from head to top, so which represents the top pointer. So replace all of them. So total all occurrences were replaced. Now we'll save this and run the code. Okay, the previous output we got. So that means we have implemented the dynamic stack successfully. So once you know the how to perform the single linked list correctly, then this dynamic implementation of stack and dynamic implementation of queues are also very important. In the next lecture, we'll see the theory of queues, and we'll implement coding part of queues. That is again like how static stack and dynamic stack is there. In same way, in queues also we'll be having static queues and dynamic queues.